Alright, we're going to keep on cranking on with these. Looks like that one fit. These are the ones I've got stretched out pretty good so far. And then I've got these three I need to continue to stretch. Hello. We got that one stretched pretty good. Not quite big enough. And we're starting to get a split on it too, right there. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Yeah, I think this band size is probably going to be a stretch too far. But this one's not bad. This is the next size up. It seems to be just too big. But I think this kind of chunky one looks okay. It should be nice. I'm actually going to file at this a little bit. See if we can keep it from splitting. Yeah, you can order through the link on my profile. Just click on my logo right up there. We've got a Memorial Day sale going right now. All 90% silver half dollars or $25 off. And you can use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10% too. So go get you something. So hopefully that will help it not split. Yeah, I don't know about going that small. So let's look at the even smaller one. This is the tiniest one I tried, and the most likely one to fail. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. It's too small to fit on the stretcher. Interesting. I've got one trick that might work. See if we can actually push this down on here. My day's going pretty good. Doing some experimenting. Good way to tear up your cone. It's probably pretty stupid to do. Yeah, got a little gash in there now. That was dumb. But we got it stretched out a little bit more, so it should fit on the ring stretcher now. And split. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that one right there. That's probably a no-go. So, these two thick bands are... Oh, no. These two. Those are going to be a bust. But these four came out rather nice. So, we're going to go ahead and finish them up. Start with the skinniest one. I like how this came out a lot. It's pretty cool. Not much room for that, so we'll have to put it there. Well, it looks pretty nice. If we could focus on it. So 90% silver is actually the toughest. So like a piece dollar is really, really, really tough. Fine silver is probably the easiest. And then right in between those two is copper. Copper is usually pretty forgiving, but it definitely has like its limits. So you try and go too wide and stretch it too far, it will start splitting. But fine silver I've had the best luck with, as far as being able to stretch a small coin to a larger coin. We'll reduce these other two. Mostly I just keep the busted ones as a reminder to not do what I did to bust it. So I've got like a little drawer of failures to remind me to take my time and pay attention to what I'm doing. I like that a lot. These both are pretty cool. See if we can get Virginia facing the right way. Boom. Yeah, those are both pretty cool. That doesn't look bad either. I'm curious how big I could get this. This one's probably a size 7 at the moment. But it looks pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, one more. Stretch out just a little bit. I'll take it back down. I almost spilled my coffee. That would have been a sad day. That's got a nice look to it as well. Let's see if we can set these all up here. And if my camera will focus on them. Fingers crossed, guys. It ain't happening. So these stake quarters are made out of clad copper, but I do offer 90% silver as well. There we go. Those look pretty cool. What state these are Virginia, but I've got all 50 states available. Focus today is not super great. There we go. So I'm just going to clean up these kind of fire scale darker ones. What do you guys think? Should I add these different like band size options to the website? So for 90% silver quarters that were put into circulation, that's 1964 and earlier. Those are like dated Washington quarters. They also have 90% silver proof stake quarters, but those were specifically produced by the mint for collectors, so they weren't intended for circulation. But there are silver quarters of both varieties. Try and see if we can display these a little better. And then, like my usual, try to find one. This is the punch size I normally do. It's like that. Which is a good looking ring, but I wanted to see what it would look like with different band thicknesses. So that was today's little experiment. We got, I think, 4 successes and 2 failures. So copper clad quarters like these are made from mostly copper. Those are $20. If you'd like a 90% silver quarter coin ring, those are $100. And I'll even give you guys a little coupon code so you can save 10% on your order. Just use the coupon code WELCOME. It'll save you 10% on anything you want to get. The store link is in my profile, so y'all go check that out. And if we do get an order on this live, I'll go ahead and make your ring right here live for you. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I just finished this little experiment I was running, and I think it was quite successful. These are the 2 that did not make it. They were just too wide. You can see this one started to split. So those are the losers. We'll put them back here. And there's our winners. Came out very nice. So I think I should be adding these options to at least the copper clad stake quarters relatively soon. And if there's any success there, I'll branch out to other coin rings as well. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is a good idea to offer varying thickness of ring band? Is that something you think people would be interested in? Or should I just go with like the catch-all 1 band size? What do you think? Will it be worth the work is my question. And also, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Maybe a few of them. Yeah, that's why I'm going to start with just one type of coin ring. So I'm going to start with these copper-clad stake quarters and probably offer these 5 different thickness options and see how that goes. One thing I am worried about is with the thicker ones, I won't be able to get them as big as like I would this one. This one, the max size is a 13. I may have to take the max size down for this one. I don't know if I can get it to a 13. So that's actually something I'm going to experiment with right now. I'm going to go ahead and try and get the thickest one here to a size 13 and see if it can be done. Yeah, get some for the whole family. So yeah, we're gonna anneal this one more time and try and stretch it out and get it to a size 13. Chances are it will probably split on us. I can already see a little bit of a split starting right there. I wonder how good this one looks. That looks pretty clean. So I might just do the bottom 4 sizes. I don't know if this one's gonna work. Yeah, that was cool. It was very nice to watch, like that family interaction between the grandmother and the granddaughter. That was cool. That was a good live. And the ring came out really nice too. It was a peace dollar. I had to get it down to a size 6. It was tricky. Tricky. Any guesses on how big we'll get this band to go before it breaks? Let's see what it's at right now. So we got it to just above a size 9. So we'll call it an 8.5. See how big we can go. 13, you think? Fingers crossed. Don't know enough to make a guess. So me either. I am not sure. We'll just have to test it out and try. See how it goes. Sand it a little more just for safety. Did you guys like this live though? Anybody who's hung out and watched for a while caught the first part of it too, where I do kind of experiments instead of just working on customers' rings? Is this something I should try and repeat in the future? Is this fun to watch, or is this kind of too much? Is it too meta? Nice. That's good. I used to do a lot more experimentation. Over the past month and a half, I've just been trying a bunch of new silver rounds. So I got a little caught up in that, which I guess is its own type of experimentation, but it's different. Let's see, we got that up to a little past a 12, so that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and nail it and sand it again. My hopes are slowly rising that this could actually work out. We got a little steel wool on there burning off. And again, y'all check out the website. It's linked on my profile. It's a pretty cool store. Lots of cool stuff there. And every order helps me live my dream, being a small business, making handmade coin jewelry here in America. So if that sounds cool to you, go check it out. Get the right shape on a 13. I actually have to go a little above it. This copper is being very cooperative. I think we got there. I think we did it. Yeah, we got that to a size 14.25. Very nice. Just go back over here. Shekels, no, mostly I work on US currency. And it's too big for that reduction die. Interesting. Too big for that one. Too short for that one. So we're gonna have to use this. All the way to the top. That looks nice. And it's a 13.5. Not bad. Let's go ahead and close it in at 13. Mr. Rush, you were right again. 13. Good enough for my thumb. Let's clean it up a little bit, see how that detail looks. Pretty cool. I'm surprised. Whoa. Yeah, look at this thing. It's chunky. I like it more than I thought I would. And we got the minor chunky, the 1/2-inch punch, and the thinner bands. Pretty cool. I'd say that was a pretty successful experiment. Out of the 6 different punch sizes we tried, we got 4 new punch sizes, which I think will work, and 2 failures back here, which were just too small to really get to where we wanted to. But I mean, the third smallest punch, yeah, that middle one is what I usually do. That's the 1/2-inch punch. That is the standard at the moment. But I think these thinner bands are actually pretty neat. If we could focus in on them a little bit. Let's try this. Not bad. Okay, yeah. So we'll just look at the... Damn it. I hate my camera. It's the worst. But yeah, rings look pretty good. Camera sucks. See if we can set these up a different, better way. Yeah, it wants to focus on my my logo back there. And we can just pull this backwards. Stupendous. All right, guys, let me know what you think. If you like this live, go ahead and give me a follow. If you'd like to see a coin ring made live, go order one right now and we'll get to work on it. Let me know if you're interested in that. If not, I'm probably going to hop off of here in about a minute or two. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. If there's anything you'd like to say, let me know. What a fun experiment. That was a good time. One thing I didn't get to do that I wanted to try and do is punch a quarter right where that lip is, so we just get the reeded edge. So I'm gonna push this just a little further. We're gonna see if we can make an even skinnier ring. And to do this, we actually have to punch 2 holes. So we're gonna get that set up. The first one is gonna help us center the second one. I saw your rings you made for Pong. That one was badass. Damn straight, dude. I miss it. It's a very nice ring. It was hard to let it go. I had some Smeagol moments with it, you know what I mean? It was my first. And it went off without a hitch, which was awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do, is just the outside edge. That is the experiment. We'll see how it goes. But to do that, I have to do a really big punch, bigger than I have available for this tool. So we're going to punch a little hole in it and then go to another tool, and I'll show you that here in a second. And hopefully we can get that to work. So I think like a 90% silver one with like a really defined reeded edge, where it's just the reeded edge, would be a really cool ring. Alright, so there is our quarter so far. Now let's try and find the proper punch size to get what we want. That looks pretty dang close to just getting the reeded edge. So normally the copper quarter coin rings like this one's copper, you can see on the inside, are $20. And the 90% silver quarters are $100. I have a variety of years and all 50 states available. Right now, 90% silver half dollars are 25% off if you'd like to get one of those. They're really nice. Now we gotta find a tool I haven't used in too long. It's a little neglected. This is a Pepe Tools disc cutter. So we're gonna find where that fits. That's gonna be 7/8. So quarters are pretty much an inch long. So 7/8 should be just what we want. So we're gonna open this up a little bit and slide our quarter inside, and then we're going to use one of these things to center it. We'll have to wait and see, honestly. I haven't gone this route before, so we'll have to test and see. I should be able to get it rather big, but also since the band is so thin, it's going to have a lot more, it's going to have less metal to stretch, if that makes sense. So this has got a little cone on the tip, and we're trying to get this nice and centered in here using that cone. A 1995 quarter. I can do that. I'd be happy to. Now let's go ahead and try and drive this through here. This doesn't want to set very well on this stamping block. It may be too weak. It doesn't want to go through, does it? We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying. It's really fighting. I can feel it gripping onto it. See what it looks like on the other side. Doesn't look like it's moved at all. Yeah, I hit the camera a couple times. So we're going to try this on the hydraulic press. So we're going to move over there. The punch is just too thick for my little hammer. Forgive this camera angle. It's a mess over here. But this is my 12-ton press. And hopefully you guys can see what happens here. That's about the best I can do. I'm sorry. That was close. Oh, there we go. That's pretty interesting looking. Could probably still make a ring out of it. And I should be able to just whack this the rest of the way out. Yeah, boy. Research and development, that's right. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. I haven't played Magic in quite a few years, but I do keep them. God, that's cool looking. Just kind of laying around. That's not bad, man. That's pretty cool. Interesting. This is also cool. A Reedless quarter. You think this is cooler than this? Now what's really tricky is this is so thin. It's going to be very hard to hold and not cut my fingers. I've got a couple things I can try. This would be option 1, but it looks like it's too thin. It's going to hide behind that wood, so that's not going to work. Nope. Make the Reedless ring. We will. So we're going to use these little fingertip gloves here and try and hold on to this. The problem with this one is this outside edge is all sharp now. So I'm going to have to sand it smooth, I think. And pray I don't hurt myself. Yeah, that is really, that's tough. I might just sand it. I can't get at it. That ain't happening. We'll do this one though. Y'all didn't see nothing. I totally didn't just spill a bunch of metal shavings all over the ground. That didn't happen. You saw nothing. I never make mistakes. Impossible. Inconceivable. Yeah, this is definitely a tricky ring to clean up. I wonder what it'll do when I try and reduce it, though. Because I'd want it to fit on this finger. So we're going to make it a little smaller and see how that goes. You saw nothing. Where is my stand? Okay. Here's my coffee. And since this is so thin, we're going to have to find one of these where it just peeks over the top. Let's see. That's tricky. What we might have to do is use a pusher. Because it's not getting any smaller. Doing that. Okay, that's interesting. That's right on the edge of this one. That made a weird noise. Yeah, this is definitely going to be tricky to size. I didn't even think about that. Hard to clean up, hard to size. Still pretty cool though. Alright, I'll set this aside for a second and ponder on it. And try out that I totally didn't knock on the ground. And almost lose. Alright, now for the Reedless quarter coin ring. Let's go. It could be like a cute couple set where like one person gets the reed, right? Like the guy will wear this and the girl will wear this and it's made from the same coin. That could be kind of a cute idea. Definitely not looking super great where the date is. Looks like that reeded edge really protects a lot of the ring. Took off some of that lettering. What I'm doing right now is I'm just sanding both of these cut edges to try and get them nice and smooth and not sharp anymore. Go over here and stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna reduce this this reeded one. Interesting problem. guess I could try a Swedish wrap. This is definitely interesting. Make it a nice little baby ring. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible. And I don't like how the state gets kind of tore up. But as far as like a ring, it doesn't look bad. What punch did I do for the Liberty on my finger? Half inch. I almost always do a half inch. They usually come out very nice. Alright, one final little experiment. We're going to try and make this reeded one a little smaller by putting it in a Swedish wrap like this. And honestly, I'm a little scared about it. I don't know how well that's going to work. So we'll start with just a little push. See, it's not quite bottomed out on this die, so we'll just send it to the bottom of this one, and hopefully it'll be nice and level. Cross your fingers, guys. Let's see how it goes. Oh, nervous. Actually, I think this pusher bottomed out. Yep. Next pusher size is this one. Yeah, and it buckled. So with really thin bands, the chance of it bunching up is pretty high. But I think for now, this one's gonna have to go on the back burner. I may have to try and do one punch smaller to get a reeded edge. Let's check that out. Let's see what that would look like. 13 16. I still think that's a really thin band. Because it bunches up, I can't really size it, is the problem. I could make it bigger, but I can't really make it smaller. Hey yeah, you got me doing some R&D. So we're trying different band sizes today. I'll show you what we've got so far. Mega thick quarter. One size down. This is the normal one I usually do. And then we've got two thinner bands as well. Those two. And then I tried to do one that's just the reeded edge, but that didn't cut it. But these four came out really nice. I like all four of these. And this widest one I was able to get up to a 13, so that's really good. So far this experiment was okay. We've got a total of 4 failures. So the reeded edge was a failure. That's something I'll have to go back and revisit. Try and find a way to make it smaller. Seems tricky. And then I also had some even thicker bands I tried to do. That's these two back here. But I couldn't really stretch them very far. They started splitting, so I gave up on those two. But yeah, pretty fruitful day. I think I'll be adding these 4 options to at least the copper stake quarter coin rings pretty soon, and I think that should be pretty cool. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Need to be silver so I can melt them. That's next. You got to practice on copper, then once you got it down, you move to silver. So we'll get there. Trial and error, yes. One more size up on the reed. I still think it'll be too thin to really do anything with it. It'll just buckle. Like about this thickness here. That's about as thick as I do my dime rings. And anything thinner than that, the metal is just too weak when I start applying pressure to it. And it'll just bend and buckle. But I think that's a good stopping point. I don't think that's bad. Right? See, I've done some of these punch sizes before, but I've never done them all in one go. So this was a good experiment, a good little trial to run through. This one is going to bug me though, because I really wanted it to work. So I'm going to have to, I'll probably do some research and see how other people do it. See if I can work from there. Even with that little kink in it, it's kind of cute. I don't know. I'd really like to see how a silver reeded edge would look. I think that would be a killer ring, especially for collectors, because that's what we're looking for all the time, is that silver reeded edge. I think that would be a pretty cool conversation piece. Put a stone in it. That's something else I need to do more practice on. I got a little overwhelmed with sales over the past month, so I kind of had to put stone setting on the back burner. But it is something I want to work on. I want to add it to the shop. But I want to be competent in it before I start offering it as an option. I guess now I just got to take some product photos and try and figure out how I'm going to set this up on the website. If anybody has any questions, I'll hang out for another minute or two and we can chat. Any suggestions, feel free to put them in the chat. Any questions, suggestions, anything you want to know, let me know. The height on the smallest, I wish I could tell you. I've misplaced my electronic calipers, so all I have is these caveman calipers, but we'll give it a go. It's pretty skinny. Honestly, I'm not sure how to read that. I need to find my electric ones. Let me look around a little bit, see if they turn up. Aha! So we'll go in millimeters. And that's just above 4 millimeters. Nice skinny little band. And just for fun, we'll run through all of these. The next one up is 4.8. This one is about 6 millimeters. And the final thick one is 6.4, a little under. Not a bad little experiment, but thanks for watching, guys. I think this went pretty smooth. It was pretty fun. And hope to catch you on the next live. We'll see you later. Bye.